Welcome to the channel where we are about to begin turn 3 in our playthrough of Pericles, the Peloponnesian Wars. In our last episode, we, the Athenians, managed to hand the Peloponnesians, or the Spartans, a huge defeat. Major defeat, actually, that is actually going to cause us to go from peace to war. And this kind of reminds me, I was reading the Song of Wrath here. This is like, there was a time when Athens was kind of going after Aegina, which is a little island just off of Athens. The Corinthians thought they saw their chance there to invade Megara. And it's not clear where Megara is. It isn't in this box, or is it in this box? It doesn't really. It's kind of abstract there, but it certainly mirrors kind of that. So we're seeing a lot of things that you can weave into the historical narrative, which is really fun. It's back in when this first game came out, 2017 maybe. I went through the rule books, and mine is nice, and this is the first edition. And I got I got my own little markups here and things like that. I found it wasn't the errata wasn't terrible, but there was some, and I was kind of going on the Board Game Geek and just kind of on their special on the site dedicated to just this game. I was kind of listing them, and Mark Herman chimed in, and he was grateful. In fact, he was grateful for my compiled list there that he sent me this. A little Spartan hoplite meeple to kind of stand in for the 300 here, and yeah. Now, I don't want to appear ungrateful. I haven't actually used it in here, because where am I? Come on, focus, man. Yeah, because when I look at this, all I can think of is Frank Miller's 300, and that drives me a little bit crazy, because there he is in all his glory, all his Speedo glory.
So we're gonna meet the Spartans, and they live in Sparta, which is a Greek city-state where shirts have been outlawed, apparently.
Okay, but like character-wise, is there growth or...
No.
Okay, gotcha.
No, mostly slow-motion fight scenes and very muscular men in very tight thongs.
Oh, tight thongs are tight.
Yeah. Now, I actually get the idea of 300 and the idea that you're going for something kind of an artistic choice. And the fact is, you know, artists from the ancient period did that too. They kind of stylized, and they'd show people, you know, going into battle with either naked or with very little clothes on. But you know, but that's not my real beef. My real beef is the 300 got made instead of the movie that should have got made, and that was Gates of Fire by Stephen Pressfield. And he did get that movie optioned, and for a while we thought maybe that would be the movie. Then Frank Miller's 300 comes out, and now, to Pressfield's credit, he was all gentleman about it. He was like, "Hey, good for them," and so on. But me, I was just kind of like, "Oh man, I really wish Gates of Fire came out right now." And I guess I shouldn't be too hard on Frank Miller, because recently I saw he was invited to a comic book convention. And someone threw the I don't feel safe card, and the people running the convention caved like spelunkers and kicked him out, and really kicked out the only reason to go to that thing. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Frank, but there you go. Anyway, let's get into turn 3. Turn 3. We're still not anywhere near the actual Peloponnesian War. It starts in 431 BC. We're still in the Pentakotia, or whatever that thing is called in the first part of Thucydides. Okay, and the first thing we do, hang on. Right, Lysistrata was our last card. I'll put that in the back, and we will flip a new one. Birds. Okay, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about this one. This is not a play I've really read. I think I might have looked at a wiki synopsis of it or something like that. You know, Aristophanes play. I do like Greek plays. I tend to like the tragedies. Aristophanes, whenever I try to read them, it's like kind of like the Rolling Stones to me. I mean, there's songs I like and things like that, but I'm always just baffled just the amount of fame they got for it. So I always chalk that up to, I guess you had to be there. And so that's the same way I feel about Aristophanes. I guess if you were there, a Greek citizen, and you were watching this play, you'd have thought it was a riot. But not me. Anyway, here we go. Oh, ostracism. You seek an aristocracy. I judge. So, ostracism. Place an ostracism issue on the one space of the faction with the least honor. Oh, that's nice, because that's me. Okay, over there, like that. Sorry, I need to show, don't tell. Ostracism for Sparta. Place in the faction with the least honor again, and that would be these guys, the Agia. Even though they're the controlling faction. Interesting. So, ostracism there, and we got a war and peace in there, so we are definitely going to war this turn. Okay, finally. Last part of this is Oligarchs Revolt. Each side, Athens and Sparta, will remove 4 Strategos tokens from their stock this turn. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem, because we lost our last Will of Assembly issue. We already are 4 down. Was it supposed to be 4 or 5 down? Let me check. Oh, the 5th one's here. Okay. And so now we're going to subtract another 4. That's 3. One more. Man, that is not much of a pool to work with this turn. Spartans are going to lose a 2. I always put them off to the side here to let me know. I just have to remember not to grab those. Okay, so that's the Aristophanes phase, and then we're going to go into, what do they call it? I don't know the official name of this part of the thing. It's the political cards segment. That's what's coming up. Before we deal out the cards, we must figure out what is in the mind of our rival faction, those dastardly demagogues. They know war is in the air, and so Athens. Oh, actually, yes. Athens is contested. So, will the demagogues lead the charge? Lead on this issue and insist that they defend? Yes, they will. They will choose defense, and that will be military. And what's stirring over with our enemies? Sparta is contested. No. There's no Well of Assembly. Contested theater. Corinth and Boeotia. Here and here. No. Sparta is war with Athens. No. We know it's coming. They know it's coming. But we act as if it isn't. Sicily, neutral, contested, or enemy controlled. Yes. Now, controlling faction first. Will they advocate for Sicily, since they will? Military League and League Military. And finally, the Europontans. They see an opportunity here. Perhaps enemy-controlled theater, the Hellespont. Whoa. They have designs to strike at us. They will. And they're going to foment rebellion in the Hellespont via diplomatic and league issue. Time to shuffle. And you may remember the first turn I used my entourage, my 3-card booster pack. It means I didn't get it in the second turn. That means I get it again in this third turn. Let's speed up the shuffling. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. My hand. Whoa! Lost my camera. Demagogue hand. Here, let me edit out the spread. Well, you can see here, I have a whopping 1 military issue, and not a very strong card at that. Whereas I got 5 league issues. And now I got to figure out what to get rid of. I want to keep a diverse hand, so I'm going to keep that. Just in case games come up. I'm strong. I got a very strong diplomatic. I think I'll get rid of one of those at a 5. Now here's where I'm going to do something. I have 2 dogs. This one, it aligns at a 4, and this one's only worth a 4. That is as low as it gets with aligned issues. As far as I know, I think so. And it's a good idea to actually keep one of those, but I don't need 2 of them. So one of them is going to go away. And I also think I'm going to just get rid of the one that's middle of the road. I'll keep the ones that are strength 6. And that keeps my hand somewhat diverse. In case something strange goes on, I can play some cards against it. So that's going to be my entourage plus my faction leader. And since I'm so weak on the military issue, I get the first choice as controlling faction. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick a military issue all the way for the 2-track, and then load up a few more so that the demagogues won't go after it. So I'll be mostly guaranteed a thing. Now, I have no cards that can defend me against ostracism except my faction leader card. That might go very poorly for me, but we're going to have to find out, because now it is time for the demagogues to pick their first issue. Actually, this is relatively straightforward because they're looking for 2 military issues to execute their strategy, so their first issue would definitely be a military issue. Okay, now I get to pick 3. What shall I do? I think 1 needs to be a league. 1's going to be in military so that he doesn't come after the one I'm winning. So we're going to go league, military, and since I have a strong diplomatic card, I think I'll go ahead and make my 3rd a diplomatic card. There are my 3 issues that I offer up to the assembly for consideration. What will the demagogues do now? Oh, well, it looks like they're struggling a little bit too. But the demagogues are not going to be stupid. They know war is coming anyway, and this card would do them absolutely no good. Well, they could just try to win the issues to get points. They are not the controlling faction. This card is kind of junky. If Athens is ward, that is not the case either. So this card is kind of junky. So, they have all the military issues they need on the board. Let's take a look. Sorry, I should just pause that. So, that being the case, they now choose issues aligned to the strongest part of their hands. They have Cleon. And if that gets used for ostracism, that's going to thump us because we have hardly any defense against an 8 on ostracism. But their strongest card is actually games. So that's going to be their first of their 2 issues here. So we're going to see the games. There's a lot of honor in hosting the games, and that's going to be the function of it. The second one is a 6, and that is either a league or a military. So 1 through 3, we'll pick a military issue. And that's what we do. All right, time to debate. I, as the controlling faction, come to the dais, or come before the people, and say, we should look to be subverting in Boeotia, or Corinth, and ask them to overthrow the elites, or we should reach out to some of the unaligned areas. And so, we play Sophocles at a 7. Thucydides of the demagogues has nothing to say to this. They are going to lose by that much. We're going to gain a strategos. They're going to gain none for not being aligned with the issue. The demagogues now. Xenophon comes forward and says, all this talk of expansion and things, and we must look to our own borders. Military at a 6. Lamachus can obviously not prevail against such wise arguments, and they lose by that. They will get 4. That will get 2. Strombikides says, we need to strengthen our allies. They are weak. Lampon pleads no contest. And so, 6-4. 2, we gain 2. The gain none, they did not align. But now we come to it. Even though we're winning handily on these issues, Cleon comes forth. Can I prevent ostracism? Well, we are going to try. There's 6. Shuffle up, we're gonna boost. We may be able to stop this. Okay, this one. 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, actually, isn't it? Ostracism is killing out of reach. We were aligned. Yes, we were. On this side. 1 Strategos. They would have gotten 3, but we're out of Strategos tokens at this point. Okay, I have fought off an ostracism successfully. Now I'm out of options. I can't get any Strategos tokens for this play. So we're going to dump cards. And this is Pericles. And we're just going to say he's going to do this league issue because I think they're weak on... Was that there? Oh, I forgot. I'm going to have to go look back. I think it was... No, I can't remember. I think it was in the middle. Okay, so... And you saw I played my dog there. And he just throws a regular 4 card. Even. Nothing happens on that issue. And finally, the last issue. Ostracism is still in play. And he's still looking to... Or that way. At a 7. He's got me by quite a lot. Because I can only manage a 4. That's a 3. 1, 2, 3. I was unsuccessful at fighting off that ostracism. Oh dear. Well, now I don't have to worry about where this marker was, because in ostracism, this automatically goes all the way back there, no matter where it was. They're going to win the full points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They will become the controlling faction. And there's no special issues on the board except the ostracism, of course, which will go away. So 2 militaries. We do have enough. We have a lot of units, but we don't have a lot of Strategos to play them with. So this is going to be one rough turn. Okay, Spartans. Well, we know the Agiad will win military and league. And we know that the Europontids will win league, diplomatic, and diplomatic. Okay. We know that we have ostracized. And here. So, they're going to win 3. 1, 2, 3. Europontids will lose 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, here's a little persnickety rule. Normally, if this is here and you win the debates, you'd get an honor point and he'd lose an honor point. But with ostracism, if it's here already, you don't get that extra point. You just get the 3. Okay, just so you know. Okay, both have won at least 3 issues. Now that we're implementing that rule correctly, thank you to whoever pointed that out. that is the end. Oh, no, it's not quite the end. The end is, well, we both used our faction leaders that time, so we're both going to get 1. And these are dead. And we can go ahead and put these back in here, because that'll be for next turn. Nothing else is going in the box. And I don't want to forget that they're in there. Alright, the Spartans will divide this little chunk up here. And of course, we cannot forget that we are now at war. The Spartans have declared war. It is war. Maybe the Corinthians went to them and whined about their defeat we handed them last time and persuaded them that we are indeed a threat. But that is it. And now we will move to the theater phase, place them, and execute, and see what we can do. So tune in for next episode. Thanks for watching.